And welcome back, everybody, to TechVibe Radio here on 104.7 FM News Talk. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
It is beautiful.
Feeling like $1 million.
This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And Audrey Russo is just the person speaking now. We like switching it up like that sometimes. It makes it a lot of fun.
I call myself Jonathan sometimes.
I know. I see myself calling myself Audrey all the time. And then I wake up in this weird cold sweat and it all goes south after that. But I won't go any further. Because we have guests here on the show today. Yes. Now, this is the special part of the show. And we've been talking about Pittsburgh's tech scene. And we've been talking about how people are building companies and accounting for this awesome part of our economy here. And sometimes these guys need some advice from time to time because a lot of these folks, they have great ideas, but they're not necessarily business savvy. So this is why we have one Andy Birol on the other side of the mic over here to talk a little bit about some of the things that companies do. Give some advice, talk about some foibles companies make, talk about some things you should be doing if you are building a company. So Andy, welcome to the show today.
Glad to be here, Jonathen and Audrey.
So what's your company name? It's like Andy
Birol Growth Consulting.
Growth Consulting.
And I help business owners grow their businesses profitably by helping them to focus on their best and highest use.
And you love technology companies especially, right?
I sure do.
That's why you're a card-carrying member of the Pittsburgh Technology Council.
I am.
Yes, absolutely, because he sees the value. He knows there's like a hot pool of like prospects in our 1,400 member companies, because you do know we have 1,400 member companies at the Tech Council.
That's right.
That's a ton of companies.
Okay, so Andy, why should people listen to you? You have a lot of different business experience, so talk about that.
He's been there, done that.
Well, I've had the chance to work with over 430 business owners, and I've helped them generate over $500 million of economic growth.
Can you work for us?
I would love to. When can I start? I've published 5 books on the subject of business growth. And in the course of doing that, I've had the chance to speak and provide workshops around the world on the topic of creating profitable growth.
Without a doubt. You are a smart guy. You know your stuff.
Thanks. But the reason I think people should listen to me is that I walk my own talk.
Do you like the way we're making you prove yourself before we actually get into
that's fine. I love it. I love it. You know, I have a 15-year-old daughter, so I need to prove myself every time I see her.
So this is nothing for
you. That's right.
We're making you walk the gauntlet here first. So.
That's good. That's good. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yes. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
But I think the most important reason is that I walk my own talk. I'm new here to Pittsburgh after building my business in a state to the west of here.
Yeah, please don't say that.
Yeah.
Well, it's an upgrade coming here, and and of course I'm a Steelers fan.
So what do you think of Pittsburgh so far, since you've been here, I guess, about a year now?
About a year.
Just a year?
Yes, I know. It feels like 10, doesn't it? No.
It's not been a year. I know. He's been here 2 years.
It's been wonderful. I've really, the arms that have been opened for me here have been wonderful. I have about 8 clients here, business owners who I'm helping them to grow, and I've been on a number of the shows, and I write for a number of the most important magazines in town.
Yes, absolutely. I've heard about that.
But I think the most important reason is I was able and am able here to build my business back from being new in town by simply following some of the basic principles that I practice.
Let's talk about those principles, because let's talk about what are some key stuff. Say, like, I don't know, like I have an idea for a company. Let's just start with that. I have an idea for a company.
I think the most important thing to do, Jonathan, is to focus and make sure that it is based on your best and highest use.
Okay.
What are you and your business good at doing?
Yes.
What do you like doing? And what has the market valued you for doing? Now, in coming to this region, it's exciting because I feel like I'm becoming the voice of business confidence in helping small businesses here to turn their dreams into profitable growth. And how and why is because as the region has managed to survive and thrive from moving from steel, they have learned how to do some wonderful things. They've learned how to service and supply technology and non-technology firms, but they've also need to learn, after being beaten around a lot by large companies with long paying cycles, by government that wants more taxes, and frankly by some of the associations in town who expect them to donate before they're even back on their own feet. I think the most important thing that small business owners can do here is to start to turn their courage and confidence into actually hiring one more salesman or person, developing one more product, opening one more storefront, opening up that next website. Because it's that the ability to say, you know what, I've survived and I know what I'm doing, and I really, really want to take it and grab and seize the day.
I'm sensing so much confidence out of you, Andy. It's like insane. I love this.
Well, Jonathan's looking confident already, just by the last 3 minutes.
I'm all pepped up, man. I'm all pepped up.
Well, he's just
I might start my own company now.
He's just a hip guy, and you should go out and do it this afternoon.
I might do it.
And some of the neat things about doing that is right now, while there's so much misery and angst in the world and so much doubt and ambivalence that business owners feel, the most important thing they need to recognize, there's never been a better time for a small business owner to take the expertise they have and the experience that they provide for their customers and learn how to monetize that.
And why is that? Why are you saying now is better than any other time?
Because the economy is up. Like it or not, the economy is up. Okay, the market's up.
Like it or not? Why wouldn't we like
well,
that?
Because, some of us thrive, and not PTC, of course, but doom and gloom is a sport that everyone can play. But the reason why it's so special to do it right now is that right now, business owners can really take advantage of the internet and technology to be heard amongst the din. They can really take advantage of the fact. And to get to the point of what businesses I'm finding from my clients in Western PA, the most important thing that they can start to do is to recognize that giving and giving and giving more and more and more to their customers without raising their prices is folly. I know it makes nice, I know it feels good, but at the end of the day, the way that a knowledge economy and the way that technology firms do better and better is learning how to recognize what part of their expertise and what part of the experience that they provide for their customers they can raise prices on. So probably the single most important message right now, if you're developing and providing value that your customers are recognizing and thanking you for, raise your prices.
Are you taking notes, Jonathan?
I already took notes. I think we need to raise the cost of memberships at the council. No, we wouldn't. We could, though. But this is good stuff, man. So
I always thought there was a zero missing.
Maybe there is. Maybe there is. See, you're getting us all fired up here, Andy. So let's just switch gears just a little bit.
So people are afraid, though. So what happens? What's the impediment to that?
Well, I was once making a sales call on a business owner in another part of the country. And he, after it going so well, he finally said, well, if you're so good, tell me who your competitors are. And I said, candidly, my biggest competitor is inertia. And he said, really? Are they based in town? And I said, no. They have offices all across the country. I think the easiest thing you can do is you can do nothing. Mm-hmm. You can play it safe. And so I would say that moving folks from ambivalence and apprehension to confidence and conviction is the most important move they can make.
Dang, man, you're getting me
and you got to bring your people along with that. So,
absolutely.
What's some of the secret when people tend to get comfortable and feel like they mastered something, and then
push them
to the next level?
Well, I think it starts with the business leader, and I think as long as the leader, he or she, is still feeling passionate about the business, the business leader can go out and make some sales calls. Mm-hmm. The business leader should do some secret shopping. The business leader should go out and get on that phone and listen to complaints. Because what the owner and the leader, I believe that the business owner is the fuel and the accelerant of business growth. So yes, the people have to come along. But the beautiful thing about entrepreneurial business is one person, one owner can make all the difference. Mm-hmm. And that person has got to have a contagious enthusiasm that they bring to bear every time they walk in the business and talk to their customers.
Wow, that's great advice.
Absolutely.
That's great advice. So what are you seeing here in the region in terms of tech? So you've lived other places. What's been your observation and what are you seeing?
I think tech is accepted here, and I think tech is recognized as a core function. I don't think it's the outsider that it has been in some of the other Rust Belt cities that I've worked and lived in.
Mm-hmm. It's more integrated.
It is really integrated. Yeah. I think the big challenge now is that, and this may be one of the more edgy, controversial things, is there's such an emphasis in this town on making sure that you do good before you have done well on your own, that I hate to sound real old school here, but you know what? What do they say when you're on an airplane? When the oxygen mask appears, place it firmly around your mouth and then help the person next to you. And if more business owners here learned how to focus on creating gross margins and raising profitable growth, they would be far more able to help so many of the people that desperately need it around here.
Why do you think we do that? What do you think you're sort of painting a picture that is sort of interesting, and you're saying it might be pervasive. So why do you think we do that?
There's a great pressure in this town. It's a good pressure to help, to care, to love it. There's so much to love, and there's so much to care about. But at the end of the day, business ownership and entrepreneurism is not about the collective. It's not about the community, and it's not about helping the people next to you until you've helped yourself. And if I may go so far as to say that entrepreneurism needs to become a good word again, because too often folks have to dress it up with social entrepreneurism, sustainable entrepreneurism, local entrepreneurism, diversity entrepreneurism.
Well, let's call it business building for crying
And why
out
not
loud,
just
right?
say, you know what, it's really, really okay to go out and find customers with real problems who have real money, so you can provide a real solution and exchange that for their real money real soon.
You're making me feel very patriotic.
So are
right
we?
now, Andy.
So do you think the region we're afraid to say we're going to go after making money?
I think sometimes you feel like we have to justify it in the context of, well, we're also helping whomever. Just remember, the biggest entrepreneurs in this region, people like Andrew Carnegie, they didn't start one or two businesses. They basically stuck with that, and they grew it more and more. So instead of being able to help some business with a foundation of $2 million, they actually were able to help businesses with foundations of $2 billion.
Right.
Absolutely.
And as a context of that, the region grew. And I think returning to those roots, as edgy as it may sound, is a good idea.
So if people want to learn more about you, how they can get in touch with you, best way to find you.
The best way to find me, of course, is to go to my email. It's abirol@andybirol.com, ABIROL at ANDYBIROL.com. Of course, the website's andybirol.com. My phone number is 412-973-2080. And if anyone, after listening to this conversation, wants to have a free coaching session, if they call me within a week to schedule it, call me at 412-973-2080.
We'll be giving you a call, Andy. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Andy.
And just to remind everybody, this show would not be possible without our sponsors, Audrey. We got a few seconds left here, so let's go through them as fast as we can.
Okay, C-Leveled, which is
Yes.
a world leader in executives as a service, and you can reach them at c-level.com.
Without a doubt.
And The Hartford, one of the largest insurance companies based in the United States, and they're at thehartford.com.
200 years in business.
And IP Logic, they're a
those guys.
rapidly growing voice and data communications tech solutions firm, and you can reach them at iplogic.com.
Of course.
And iFlow, top internet marketing and search engine optimization firm, and you can reach them at EYEFLOW.com. And last and certainly not least is Level 3, the number 3, a top provider of data and internet services, and you can reach them at level3.com.
And you can find the Pittsburgh Technology Council at pghtech.org. This was Jonathan Kirsting.
And Audrey Rousseau.
We'll see you next Saturday.